Hey dolls, welcome back and thanks so much for spending part of your day with me. In today's video, I have 3 farmhouse style home decor projects, and if you continue to enjoy this video, make sure you go ahead, give me a big thumbs up as it definitely helps my channel. And if you're new here, go ahead and consider subscribing and hitting the bell so you're notified every time that I upload. If you're not new, hey doll, hey. Alright dolls, let's go ahead and get started. For my first DIY, I'm going to go ahead and take this small canvas, some mini glass containers, and the smallest craft sticks you can find at Dollar Tree. I'm going to go ahead and remove the canvas from the back. The easiest way that I found to do this is to use a box cutter or an X-Acto knife or a knife of any kind and just cut away the canvas and then rip apart the rest of it. If you're able to get the staples off, then you can do that, but I always have trouble with it and cut myself, so I would say use caution and safety. Then I'm going to go ahead and take my popsicle or craft sticks and align them up with a ruler so that they're straight, and then put my frame on top of it to make sure that it covers the curved edges. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put some hot glue onto the craft sticks and then put the canvas down, and then just went ahead and hot glued the rest down. Pretty simple to put this together. If you have any sticks that stick up or aren't down, just hot glue them down. For more reinforcement, I went ahead and just hot glue a little bit of the seams as well. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and paint this. I'm going to go ahead and use apple barrels, elephant gray, and white acrylic paint. I painted the frame or the border gray and then the sticks white, and I did 2 coats of each so I can get a heavy look. Then I took these mini glass containers and took some twine and wrapped some twine around the top lip of the bottle. I love wrapping twine around glass vases or glass period because I feel like it gives it a nice polished, clean look. And then I just took a lighter to get those frayed edges or frayed strings out. Then I took a small boxwood pick, so I took just one of the stems off of it and just ripped off little pieces of the leaves, put it in there. I think I did about 3 or 4, and then hot glued the mini containers, glass containers, to the front of the sign or frame, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, then I took a wire, a floral wire that I got from Walmart for about $1, and fished some wooden beads through that, and then just went ahead and hot glued it to the back of the sign. The best way to get you to get a closed loop on that is just take some pliers or needle nose pliers, whatever you have, and just kind of curve it to the last bead. That's the easiest way, and then just hot glue it down. You're gonna have to hold it down for a little bit so that it stays on there. And this is how it turned out. I love both of them. They are so cute. Adding the bead handle on it really does something for me, and it really just brings the look all together. Let me know in the comments below if you would change anything in regards to the color, or just leave any of the greenery out. For my next DIY, I'm using this teal container from Dollar Tree, some of their new decorative nautical rope, some beads that I've had forever from Amazon. These are kind of the middle size, if you were comparing big and small. But anyways, then I am going to go ahead and paint this white because I am galvanizing this tray. So if you've seen my previous video before where I galvanized an oil bucket from Dollar Tree, I like to start with the base coat color, which is usually going to be white, and then build from there. I'm going to set aside that and let it dry, and then paint my beads. Now, I went back and forth with these beads. Obviously, the look that I have is the final look, but at first I was going to just go ahead and paint them white, and since I was galvanizing the tray, I wanted my beads to kind of be contrasted, but I changed my mind 3 times. So now I'm starting to go ahead and galvanize my tray, and I use a stencil brush, and I'm just stippling the paint on that. So I'm alternating between black, gray, my elephant gray, and white. And I'm just doing that over and over again until I get the look that I want. In the middle, on the sides, everywhere that you would have seen teal if this is sitting on a table or hanging up. After I got the look that I wanted, in the middle of this, I painted, like dry brushed some caramel color on my beads because I thought that was the look I was going for. But once I saw my tray finished and it was galvanized, the caramel color just did not work for me. Changing up what I'm doing with my beads. So I'm just going ahead and hot glue them all the way around. And then I decided not to paint them white again. I went ahead and galvanized my beads as well. I did the same process as I did with my tray, using black, white, and gray, and just stippling it over and over until I got the look that I wanted. Be careful with this only because the beads are just hot glued down. So mine kept falling and I had to keep reapplying them, and it was a mess. I mean, it was a fun mess, but it was a mess. And I really do like the outcome of it. After I was done galvanizing my beads, I went ahead and took some of my caramel acrylic paint color and went ahead and made it just look a little bit older and just antique-y looking on some of the beads. And this is how it turned out. You can use it as a trinket tray. You can put candles in here. You can have it like a centerpiece for a smaller table. I really, really love it. I even put it up as like standing up in the corner as just like a statement piece on another table. So yeah. For my third and final DIY, I am using this flat canvas from Dollar Tree. I think it's 11 by 14, and some paint stir sticks from Home Depot, and some stencils. I got these stencils from Dollar General a while ago. First thing I'm going to do is go ahead and measure out where I'm going to cut my stir sticks because I'm using them as a frame to make this canvas piece larger. So I'm going to elongate it. And once I have my my marks there, then I'm just going to go ahead and cut those down and then hot glue them to each side of this canvas. I attempted to use a combination of hot glue and wood glue, but I only used the wood glue where the wood pieces were touching. That didn't quite work for me, so I just went ahead and used hot glue to get them to attach to the canvas all the way around. And it worked pretty well. It's still all together and looks great. Then I took some lightweight spackle from Dollar Tree and went ahead and filled in parts where there were gaps between the canvas and my wood sticks. I accidentally turned one wood stick on the side where the ruler is, and I was not about to take it apart. So I fixed that in a minute. But once I put the spackle on there, I went ahead and just wiped it down and sanded it down a bit, and then started to work on my stencils. Each of the stencils comes with two on a row or whatever. So I just cut those down and then put down my last name and just stippled with my little chunky brush from Dollar Tree with some black paint. I got a little bit of bleeding, but that's all right. I'm going to go ahead and fix that in a moment. The next thing I did after I gave my son his chips is went ahead and wrote the family. And I did this with just a black Sharpie marker, and I retraced the word like 3 times to get a bolder look. And then I thought it would be cute to do little like flower stems or whatever for the Y. Just thought it would be cute. Since I had some bleeding on my letters, I went ahead and took some white paint and covered that up. My thinking was because the canvas is white, it would blend in, but it didn't blend in as well as I thought. Not sure you can see it on the video, but it just kind of popped a little bit. So I did all the letters, even though I didn't have bleeding on all the letters. And it actually came out really, really nice. I really like how it's outlined in white when you look at it hanging up. But yeah, and then I went ahead and painted my frame black. This is what it turned out to look like. Also added a burlap bow and a black and white checkered or gingham, whatever you want to call it, bow to the front with some greenery. And I love this. It's so cute. I love all of these. Let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite, if you would change anything on this sign, if you would do a different color, or if you like the black and white kind of look. Alright dolls, that's all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this. Make sure to give me a big thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already. Alright dolls, I'll see you on the next one. Bye!